beautiful day in the neighborhood, guys. I feel like I'm in a state of zen after getting the old public beat down. But it's a beautiful morning. My daughter sent me a text last night, and it was I think she said it was going to be 4 degrees where she is in Texas last night. Is that crazy? This is the house I'm going to right here, but I need to turn around because I need my passenger side on the towards the house. Just makes life easier for me. There's a great song. It's called "You Humble Me, Lord." Yeah. Here we are. Back at the scene of the crime. I put a new main shutoff on this. I should probably pull up in the driveway because I'm awfully close to this stop sign. Just being this new guy that I am, you know, being very considerate, always thinking about others, doing all that I can to be a positive influencer in this world. Yeah. Okie doker, we're here. Hey guys, check this water heater out. Fucking handyman special. Got the hot pipe with a shut-off valve piped into the cold. Got the cold piped into the hot. Got this really nice relief pipe. And they've got it twisted so you can't get to that like cheap ass Home Depot valve, or you know, it's kind of awkward looking, man. Just saying. Do not return this water heater to the place of purchase. They must have saw my video about the big stop sticker on the Home Depot water heaters. But I don't know, maybe the water pipes are crossed in this. But they could have just put the thing in straight and, you know, flip-flop the hoses. But anyways, I'm here because we got an issue with this water heater. This washing machine. Thank God it's an old one. Oh man. That's dangerous. Thank God this is an old washing machine. I can, let's see if he's got these. These are on. Yeah, always turn them back a half a turn or a quarter turn. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Wow, he needs a new faucet. Oh, Jesus. Look at that. Whoever put this heater in, there's no pressure. Maybe all the pressure's off on the whole house. Let's go see. This heater's making some weird fucking noises. ready to blow, man. Oh yeah. This is what we got, guys. Got some crusty ass valves and a trap that's leaking is what I'm thinking. Alright, we'll get it fixed up. Alright guys, so the plan is I'm gonna cut this trap off right here. I've got 1.5 inch tubular by 1.5 inch schedule 40 no hub or mission coupling, and then these supply tubes look like they've been leaking. I can see shit running down this one. I'm just gonna put some hoses. I've got some 30-inch hoses on my truck. It looks like at some point somebody replaced that Junior Duo basket strainer. So that's the plan, man. Change the trap, put a new tailpiece, and change out those supplies. Fill up this washing machine. Try to fasten this thing somehow. I gotta try to fasten this hose some way. This is an awfully small sink, to be honest with you. Yeah, I wish somebody were here, because then I could attempt to try to get that washing machine drain opened up again. But nobody's here, and I'm just gonna do what I think needs to be done at this point, so. Alright guys, I'm gonna start by disconnecting this. Get this trap off. That ain't coming. Sometimes it's better off just cutting it and removing it. I'm gonna have to make 2 cuts on this guy. I'm not gonna fuck with these because, yeah, that one's, I don't know if that's wet because of what I just did or what. Let me go turn this water off and then I'll get them supplies off. Alright guys, I've got the water off to this place. Like I said, these are sweat-on valves, man. I really don't want to fucking deal with them. Here. this ranch. Some of the bitches are tight. Wow, that one's really short. That fucking thing. Look at this. That ferrule's barely on that fucking copper, man. Let me get my beast match up there and get them things out. Alright guys, so this is one of those old musty sinks that have the full metal bracket up here, which is pretty hard to deal with when you're replacing hoses. You really should take the damn thing down off the wall, which I still may do. All it's gonna take is to take these screws out up here. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do that. Fuck. Fucking easy. Oh, Jesus, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Give me a fucking break. Fuck me, man. Try to do the fucking right thing. It's just a pain. guys, so I got those tubes, those supply hoses hooked up, but it proved to be a little bit of a challenge, man, getting up in there. So what I'm gonna do now is I got this great little tool from Harbor Freight the other day. It's a whole kit of these little cleaning brushes, which are nice, man. And I think there's like 25 of them, soft ones, metal, and then some brass, steel, and then brass. But they look pretty good, man. I'm gonna give it a shot, see how. Just cleaning up these valves. Pretty nice. I like it. I likes it a lot. Alright, so here I got a tubular by Schedule 40. It may end up being out too far with a Schedule 40 trap, but I will, if I have to, I can offset it back into on the riser coming out of the trap. But I'm gonna hook these supplies up first. And I've got these nice little adapters because these are actually 39s, and my hose is for a 19. It's a 3/8. These are 1/2 inch, but you got to make sure you get that Teflon seal in there. I'll show you that little white Teflon seal. Make sure that baby's in there, and don't over tighten them because you can break that. My small channel locks. I'll tell you, man, I thought this was going to be an easy one, but it's been kind of a dogfight, man. This is an old musty wall hung with that metal bracket with a couple of screws on the side, and man, can't get your hands in there. So I like these adapters. I buy them all the time. Back in the old days, they used to use 1/2 inch OD 3/8 copper for dishwashers and shit, and now it's all small, so I just keep these adapters and I change them out. Put the smaller supply hoses on. See where this trap's gonna end up. I can get this out of here now. guys. I'm just gonna put a butt piece in there of copper. Man, I see a lot of you guys, some of these guys out on YouTube, man, and they're still cutting PVC, man, with a fucking Sawzall, man. Just get yourself a small pair of these. There's no burr, no nothing, man. Fucking great. Now I can stick this in here. Get this thing tightened up. Those things are about 120 bucks, man. Maybe a little less, but that's gonna work good. Tighten this guy up. I hope you're fucking seeing what I'm doing. Yeah, I like these adapters, man. These little mission couplings from tubular to PVC. Get a nice connection on that copper. It's not, and it's rigid, you know. It's not gonna be moving around on you. 60 inch-pounds, guys. I got my fucking left hand calibrated the other day. Alright, so there's my connection. I'm gonna throw this guy in. Alright guys, so I got a new top hat washer, new flange tailpiece. Pipe dope that up there. Alright guys, so I've got this pipe doped up here. I had to do a battery change. You guys don't realize how much fun this shit is trying to record. You know, you want to be careful with this. You don't want to spin that thing up on top. If this drips, you can always tighten it back up. But let's see. Yeah, see that's a little bit off. I'm gonna go get some 16ths and offset this maybe up a little bit. All right, yeah, that's not gonna work. See how it's a little bit off. That's the problem. These drains are really close, so I knew this might be an issue. I'm just gonna get a street and a street 16th. Throw a street in here. Street in here. That looks like it's probably gonna work, guys. Let's see. If it's regular, that's probably gonna work even better. That's what I'm gonna do with about a 5-inch piece and the trap adapter. Butt piece, 5-inch piece, and a trap adapter. Florida one-step. That's Florida one-step glue. Glue just for you. That's that good old Florida one-step. guys wrong. I gotta line these up. Throw this open here. Doker. Oh, Dokey. Smoky. That's gonna get her. I'm gonna hold off on that last joint. I always pipe dope these. The threads. I get a little bit of that pipe dope in that ground joint, and then I spin it a little bit. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the long range shot here, man. Alright, so push this guy up. I'm gonna glue this. Okay. Bring a small can of glue into the house, boys. Just in case you fuck up and spill it. At least it ain't a fucking half a gallon. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna work. That's gonna be the baby right there. That's all she wrote. Make sure you screw your glue cap on quick. You don't need to spill it, and you don't need to be breathing that shit. That's probably what gave me cancer. Might have a little brain damage from all those punches to my fucking noggin. A little slower than I used to be. Anyways, we're in good shape here, guys. Took me a while, but I got it. We got some new supplies, new trap, new tailpiece. I'm gonna try to get a something on this sink to keep that hose from popping out. Need to clean up my shit and get out of here. Boy, that stuff is hard as a rock. Alright guys, I'm gonna pull a plug on this. See if we're all good. A little tougher than I thought it was going to be for some reason, but whatever. That thing's a slow drainer. That's a lot of water. You just don't realize it. So I want to do something with this hose. I want to like put some sort of a strap here, man, but I hate to do it without the people being here, you know. I don't want them fucking saying, hey, you drilled a hole in my sink. I'm gonna leave it the way it was. They had that board on there. They want me to come back when they're here. I'll try to open up this drain. Other than that, I'm done. Like I said, there's nobody here, and I really don't like doing stuff like that, so. Alright guys, so I drove a self-tapping screw into this top plate. And I'm going to zip tie this guy, just so that I know it's not going to pop out. There. Let me see. Alright guys, I got this thing rigged with 2 zip ties. It shouldn't come off at all. Not the way I'd like to do it, but you know, what am I gonna do? If they want me to try to open that drain up, I'll do it when they get here. Hey guys, so this laundry tub ended up having a little leak on it. Needed to have a new faucet installed. Unfortunately, it's tiled in, and these old musty sinks have this metal bracket underneath, and my arm is just too big to get in those holes, and everything's just out of reach. And I actually had to make 2 tools, man, to get this job done after playing with it for a frustrating half hour. Everything is just out of reach. I had to make a tool out of a piece of 1-inch PVC to screw the nuts onto that faucet. And then I had to make a socket out of 3/4 inch pipe. I'll show you. I heated it up and I made a socket to put the fucking hose on, which I'll keep these two tools because I've run into these sinks before and they're just they're hard to work on. I mean, really, they could use a bigger one, but it is what it is. So I had to make two tools after getting very frustrated. It took 2 seconds to do this with the right tools. So there's a lesson there. You need to recognize quickly that you've got the wrong tools, and you know, that's what I made. I heated up a piece of 3/4 inch, stuck the hose in there and pulled it through and made my own socket. This one, I just cut some notches out of this 1-inch pipe and I was able to tighten up the nuts on the faucet. So we're all good. I'm going to tighten these hoses up down on the bottom and try to get out of here. Alright guys, so he's got this board over this sink, but man, I got the water off. Anyways, this was a dog fight, man. Unfortunately, I underestimated that too. So, we're on the way. I gotta go put a heater in. Alright guys, we're all set here. Head down the road.